Hi guys, Mike back again with another video and something a little bit different for the channel. And in this video series, and I think it might be a series, we're going to enter the world of Gundam or Gunpla. Now, for those of you that are uninitiated, and I'm not wholly initiated to this, I understand that Gunpla is the generic term for all of this about what I'm about to talk about. Gunpla is a hybrid of words of Gundam plastic models, I believe. So Gunpla incorporates all of the Gundam universe, and the Gundam universe, as far as I'm aware, is a whole range of TV shows where these piloted mobile suits, which are huge, get up to all sorts of havoc, as far as I'm aware. I mean, again, I'm sure there's good ones and there's bad ones, and they fight for what? I'm not sure. Never seen the show. I just saw the model and thought it was cool, so I got it. So, like I say, if anyone knows anything, that can help out, please feel free to add anything down below in the comments. I was in my local game store the other day, Firestorm Games down in Cardiff, and I'll put the link below if you're interested. And they've started selling these Gundam models, and I've been interested in Gundam models for, well, probably a couple of years. I subscribe to a handful of Gundam channels as part of my kind of YouTube experience, and I've always sort of fancied the look of them, fancied the kind of, building one, owning one, but never kind of dipped my toe in the water. And I thought, well, now's the time. Those of you that have seen my previous videos will know that I've kind of consolidated my hobby life quite a bit, got rid of loads and loads of stuff that I am no longer interested in, or that I'm no longer doing, or have got no intention of doing. So I'm much more kind of streamlined in my hobby, as it were. And Gundam, these Gundam models, is something that I've been wanting to do. So they are basically plastic model kits made by Bandai, that represent these mobile suits from the TV shows that you can watch. Now, these Gundam models come in several different varieties of detail, of quality, of part numbers, and of difficulty. So we start off with the high grade models, and these are I'll use the term basic. I don't know if basic's the right word, but certainly they are the most, I think they're the kind of beginner models, really. First time builders, most collectible. I think the biggest range of models exists within high grade. And they come in two varieties, 1 to 144 scale or 1 to 100 scale, which equates to a 13 centimeter tall model or an 18 centimeter tall model. I think there's reasonable detail on them, and you get a good model for the price. And they range, I've seen some high-grade kits around the 20 quid mark. Although I believe, they go up to, tens of pounds. So anyway, so that's high grade. And then you move into master grade, which is the next level up, if you like, which have got more detail. They're a bit more expensive, and they exist in the 1 to 100 scale. So again, you get about an 18 centimeter tall model, like you might with the high grade 1 to 100 scale as well, but you'll have more detail within that model. Then you move on to perfect grade, which is this. And this box is huge. This box is a big model. This is the Gundam Astray Red Frame, perfect grade kit. They exist in 1 to 60 scale. Which is about a 30 centimeter tall model. More detail, more expensive. They're the best level of detail, and what they have is this inner frame. So this is the red frame version of this particular model, and so the whole thing is constructed as a frame initially, and then on that kind of frame or exoskeleton you put all the armor panels. Now, the beauty of all these kits is that you don't need glue to put them together. They're all meticulously designed and cast, and I think the quality of the model is sort of really, really up there. with that engineering of the way they design their kits. So you don't need any glue to put it together, although I think you can. And then there's lots and lots of moving parts. I mean, these models are completely posable from head to toe, basically completely posable with different options and all sorts of things going on. So perfect grade, as I've read, is, they say it's the holy grail of Gundam kits, and this is my first foray into it. So I don't know if I've dropped a clanger in buying a perfect grade kit as my first Gundam model. I could come a cropper and and find out that they are terribly, terribly difficult to put together, and being a bit of a bother with that. So we'll see. Then there's a couple of other grades. There's a real grade. It's all a bit confusing, really. But anyway, yeah, well, it's not really once you've started looking into it. But there's also real grade, which is basically a smaller version of a perfect grade kit, where you will get the inner frame. They're at sort of smaller scale, obviously. So you get the level of detail that you will with a perfect grade kit. Maybe not quite the quality, but it's a much smaller version, so it's much more affordable, but you get kind of that build experience with these real grade models. And then there's a couple of other grades, but we won't go there today. So they're your main grades of Gundam models. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a bit of a look at this model and see what I got myself into. Haven't opened it yet, so we'll see. So this is what the model's going to look like. Not to scale, or is it 30 centimeters? No, not to scale, I wouldn't have thought. Although it might say model is not to scale in Japanese down here, but I can't read Japanese, so there we go. So this, like I say, Gundam Ashtray, red frame. We've got our pilot name, Low, I don't know how to pronounce this. Guile, not sure. Anyway, so in the TV show, this Gundam is 17.53 meters tall, weighs 49.8 tons, and we've got a 75mm automatic multi-barrel weapon, I suppose, and close-in weapon system, beam rifle, beam sabers, and a Gerbera. Anyway, that's the sword. So that's one side of the box. And then we've got some other posing there, sort of from above, as it were. So that's what he's going to look like. So we've got a bit same information down here. So this is the front view of him when he's built. He's got a shield. Oh, there we go. He's got a gun there. Rear view here, and there's his straight edge. His blade. And looks like we've got a pilot here too. Again, I don't know what that says. So there he is on the side. I just think it looks really cool. Top of the box, a convenient carry handle. And there we go. So we're going to open this up and see what we get. Oh. Okay. Right. The camera is going to go. Okay, that's the box on the floor. Right. Okay. Let's get camera straight again. Okay. So from the YouTube videos I've seen, they depending on, no matter what size you get, they all seem to come like this, in a box, obviously, and then all of the parts individually bagged. They've all got a number, or sorry, a letter, the frame letter, and then each part has got a number. So we're going to have U1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, probably. And then we've got two of the same frame. So there's two U's in a sealed bag. And we've got parts of all different colours. There's frame V with all the gold bits there. And we've got, what have we got here? This is frame P, the black one. And red one is frame Z. So I mean, again, so we've got basically frames A to Z, all individually packed, and it just goes on. There's a lot of parts here. Goes on for days. There's his shield. And we keep going. This particular model's got LEDs, or an LED I should say. His head will light up. You put an LED in his head and his eyes light up. So that's the workings for that in there. You do need to buy a battery though. So we've got stickers. I'm not sure if they're water slide decals or if they are stickers or whatever they might be. But more components. And some chrome components. Now, you don't need necessarily to paint these kits. Lots of red components, as you might imagine, seeing it's the red frame. So a lot of these red components are going to make up his frame. So lots and lots of components here. And then this is his sword. So that's pretty sweet. Again, I don't think I'm going to paint this model. I'm just going to build it stock, and because it looks pretty cool anyway. And I might weather it a bit. I might do some panel lining or something like that. But we'll see how we go. And then we've just got more and more bits. So we've got these sort of beam things, you know, to illustrate energy blasts, I believe. So again, just parts and parts and parts and parts. Lots of white, lots of red, lots of black. Oh, and then we've got some clear green colours. This is frame A, but it's all different colours. So we've got grey and white and red and the clear green. Oh, there's his head. So yeah. So lots and lots of pieces, lots and lots to it. I was going to say, hopefully we've got some instructions somewhere. So that's it. I'll just move this to one side. And then we also get, what do we get? We get a little it's a comic, I suppose. Yeah, so there we go, there's a comic. And then you get an instruction manual. So that, there we go, there's the outline of him there. You can see him in his red framed glory. And then all of the white panels going on. Colour guide there if you did want to paint him. It's quite cool actually that obviously that it's in Japanese, but you know, there are English words in it too, so you kind of do get a bit of an idea about what it's all saying. So, Astray genealogy chart there. Oh, sorry, you're out of frame. So, and then I suppose the history of it. Yep, lots of Japanese. Lots of things about the weapons. And then, what's this? Mark location. Oh, this will be the location for the decals, I suppose. So that's where they all go. Or stickers. I don't know if they're decals or stickers. I'll let you know. That's pretty cool. And then we've got, so that's the instruction manual. Then we've got the construction manual, which I'm hoping tells us how to build the thing. Yep, looks like it. So again, gives a good, there we go. There's the layout of all the frames. So I need to do an inventory to make sure we've got all the frames required. And you can see here actually, just noticing. So we've got A frame, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Oh, there we go, K. So we've got 2 times 2. Oh, yeah, times 2 times 2. So we know, yeah, we know how many frames of each we're supposed to have. So some of the frames will duplicate. And then basically it tells you that we are making the leg unit assembly here. So this is what we're making. And we need these frames for stage 1. So yeah, so we need these frames, and then it tells you what part to get and how to put it together. Again, there are some Japanese words throughout the instructions or construction, but We'll see. We'll see if you can build it without understanding what the instructions say, and you can just follow it via the pictures. Hopefully you can. So that's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty cool. I'm going to enjoy just sort of chilling out and building this model up. No glue, just clipping parts, cleaning parts, and just putting it together. I think it's going to be a really nice, relaxing, chilled out experience. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. But I'll keep you updated. I shall let you know how it goes along the way. If you've got any question, queries, comments, let me know. Should also let you know that the kit was available in Firestorm Games, and it was around the £200 mark, but I got some money off with a friendly local thing, so I got 190, and I'd had a 5% discount as well, so I ended up paying about 183 all in. So that's the price of your perfect grades. They're quite expensive. So let me know what you think. Let me know if I've bitten off more than I can chew before I've even started. Those of you that have any experience of Gunpla, am I going to struggle with a perfect grade kit as my first model, or am I going to be absolutely fine? We'll see. Anyway, that's it for this one, guys. Catch you on the next one. Cheers.